It's been a long time since we've had an episode of the game. It's been an awesome summer. I can't wait for y'all to catch up with us and see what we've been up to. The main thing is, you got to understand the architecture.
Give me the ball. What's happening? Happy Wednesday and welcome to the game. This is the first show in 2 months. We took a little break because Beyond is madness for our friends in the studios team. And it's just a good opportunity to reset. Also some massive stuff coming in the next month or so for studios that we're all really excited for. But nonetheless, we are back. It's been 2 months. It's been the summer months, which are crazy months. So this is kind of a shoot the shit episode. And we're also going to talk about some other super exciting stuff that happened recently. Before we do that, do all the like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I think we've crossed 3,000, so only 97,000 to go for a silver plaque. And we'd love a silver plaque. So let's get that done. And with that, let's get into the show.
Dom, did you just like pad the numbers by asking for the subs to get to the silver plaque to beat the number in our dead pool that we talked about?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure.
You got to know how to play the game.
That's good. No, you do know how to play the game, pun intended. Oh, man. So, it has been a long summer. I do believe the last time you and I saw each other was leaving Beyond after allegedly seeing a Clippy disappear. I don't know anything about that, but I think we may have seen something happen there. But
I didn't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
What have you been up to, man?
It's been summer. Beyond was great. It was a really great Beyond. No complaints. My room was located on the same side of the mile-long complex as the event this year, which was great. But I think other than that, we're all doing experiments where day job is very strategic around this whole agentic inflection point thing we keep talking about. And I think you and I both are trying to do agentic inflection points of our own.
Yeah, both of us playing with projects, right? I've spent the last at least a few billion credits of Claude with Jason and I working on a project to do an automated GitHub scanner that we're going to talk about here in the next week in the episode. But really digging into using agents to build agents, to instruct agents, to manage agents, right? It's been a very interesting understanding. If you aren't aware of the terms like, context management or context window problems or challenges there, you probably haven't been playing around enough in this stuff to know where you need to be going next. And it's just such a fast moving thing. But yeah, I'm doing that, getting ready. A lot of this summer for me has been getting ready for talks. Like I've got a talk coming with Eric Stevens called Giving Swords to Our Future AI Overlords, that we're going to be talking about MCP abuse, which that's going to be fun.
Love swords.
We're going to be, we might be hacking up that dog you love so much. And I don't want to break your heart on this one, but we might actually be having the autonomous two-foot robot attacking the four-footed robot. So,
okay.
But anyways, API abuse for the win.
Actually, I keep hearing this talk about a coffee robot. So we need an agent that just randomly changes people's coffee orders for the robot to create chaos. I think that would be a great use of the sword.
I think you and I both sat at a talk where a dude did something similar to that by opening food lockers. I think weren't you and I both at that same talk?
It's Wild West Hacking Fest, yeah.
Yeah, it was at Wild West Hacking Fest. That was a blast. Anyways, I digress. But no, I think also this summer, and we might get to it here later, there's some cool news that happened, and I've known since Beyond, right? Like since back then. But I've been trying to get a few talks together. A couple other ones I'm working on is I'm doing a talk on AI and AI abuse, where I'm doing 4 vignettes, 4 separate stories that I'm going to talk about things that went very, very wrong or very, very well based on some decisions made. And then I've got another talk I'm putting together similar to the one where I stole that gentleman's house in Colorado. I'm doing a hacking-based talk where I'm going to pwn a title agency and change all of the wire transfers to happen at the exact same time on a Friday, or exact same, say to my account for all of the closings on that Friday. At the same time, tossing in a little bit of a distraction, right? By actually having an emotet or an emotet type variant be detected so that the bank cuts them off so they can't talk to the bank, so they can't change any wires that were just made during that day. And also at the same time detonating ransomware to get them distracted enough that the ACH clawback time frame passes. So I'm doing a talk for that I'm going to be doing at TitleCon this year in October. So it's just been a lot of talk prep this summer for me.
I mean, that's a full Ocean's 11 plot. It's kind of terrifying, but it's
just
very
the way the brain
achievable.
works, man. I never should go to the bad side. It could get really bad, I suppose. Anyways, I digress. Anything else you've been up to lately? I mean, you're doing a lot of things trying to automate building agents and things of that nature.
Yeah, we're really attacking. I call it low hanging fruit, but it's really impactful. Like business processes, really, we're working with my team to get them into that and understanding that, which is a fun thing because my team is engineers. So getting them really to understand that business lens has been fun. But we're also, I'm redoing a lot of talk tracks, which is not fun. I enjoy having a set talk, but what are you gonna do? And we're really trying to dig into like what percentage maybe of MSPs really move through the MIP transition is really something I want to start talking about more. I'm not going to share my number. It's not a high number, but I'm not going to share my number yet. I'm going to save it. And I think you have a number of who's actually going to do this.
Yeah. Well, and I've seen
really
some of the use cases and some of the problems they're solving. I don't want to share any of this right now. I think this is, to your point, maybe for some future discussion. But like, you really are starting to see some people dig in and get deep into the conversation around how they help a client go down this path. And even then, to your point, like with business processes internally, how do they use it for themselves? And what are they doing to make their life better from an internal perspective with it? So interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that one, but that's not today's show. I guess the other thing that we've kind of got coming up, and I don't know if you want to lead into it or me, is that I'm stealing like half this show to just brag about me, which I never do, Dom. So this is a weird one for me. But yeah, you want to intro it then?
Let's do it. Well, first we have pictures, and I've been accused of not uploading enough pictures. But, it is.
You have that one in the top left, I remember.
I'm telling you, every post I ever make has a picture. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got your picture in it. This is Kat and I. One of the things, I'm not sure what they wanted me to talk about on this one, but one of the things that we always try to do is sit together where possible, which is not all that easy, right? Just the way that it's structured, I pay for the flights out of my LLC for Kat, and Pax8 pays for my flights. And so just those are separate typically. They're not on the same record locator, so we don't get to sit together. So we like to have to play the gymnastics to sit together. And we always take a picture when we're leaving and make a post and talk about where we're going on LinkedIn. And I think this one was probably heading to Nashville. I don't know if that's why they selected this, but my gut is that it was me heading to GTIA for ChannelCon. I think I got all my clothes that time, and they lost nothing, so that's pretty nice. What's this next one? Yeah, this was at Beyond. Dude, do you remember taking this picture? Did you make it to the first version of this?
You mean this year versus other years, or?
Well, no, I mean the first time we did this, the first Beyond when we did a team picture. There were some issues with the calendar schedule, if I remember. Do you remember? Did you make it?
Oh yeah, I didn't make it to 23 or 24. Yeah.
Oh, so this is your first picture?
Yeah. I was in interviews both times.
Big. This is so big that the fisheye doesn't even capture everybody, right? Like you notice there's at least some arms off to the left and arms off to the right for some poor sucker that's not in the picture, right? And this is just of the humans that came and were part of being at Beyond and running Beyond, that were, teammates that were there. But the first year to this year to the year, the third year, this last year, it just grew and grew and grew. More and more people. It just got wilder and wilder. So it's just, for me, the growth is just ridiculous. Anyways, that was fun. I gotta say though, Dom, she's much nicer. This lady, do you remember the first time you and I had to do makeup for this show? What the dude did to us?
That was bad. Yeah, the cake. It was a lot.
It was pounds of this stuff. And it was funny because I think Ken Patterson was there at the time, and he goes, "At least you'll know what you're going to look like when you're dead." That's fair. I suppose that would be very Mortician-like. But this lady was great, and she did your makeup. So anybody who doesn't realize this, when you're doing shows like this and you have a lot of light and you have a lot of high-end equipment, I don't know if it's just a thing they always do. I have to imagine it helps, right? The glare, it takes out the glare off of the camera and stuff. This glare right here, probably.
Yeah, it's, and Rex has the same issue.
You mean the big forehead with nothing blocking anything? And yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So
same.
And I missed the moment, which is hilarious. So I snapped a picture after, and it's Rex. So he's like, no, put the makeup back on my face, so you can get a candid shot. So,
that was a stage shot. Oh man, I got you.
Yeah. I mean, the makeup.
It was representing
it was
what was happening earlier. Yeah. There you go. All right, what else we got?
Let's get on something cool. Let's dive into this video and and your massive accomplishment. Yeah.
So we are halfway through the year, and my current stats are 101 presentations so far. I think it's something like 30 hours of direct education work, classroom education work that I've done. I've been on 52 flights, I believe, or 51 flights right now. I speak to MSPs, usually in the context of something around cybersecurity, around frameworks, around things that can help drive their future forward, trying to educate them about the plight of the small business with respect to being under the cybersecurity poverty line. I think 20 or so of my presentations this year have been to end customers, just saying, listen to your MSP, do the right things, try to be better. But ultimately, I believe I work in educating people, elevating their capabilities, and trying to drive us to a safer future around cybersecurity. One of the things that's a gap right now is we're doing all this technology, but there aren't standards. Nobody's adhering to standards. Anybody can just say, I'm your tech human, I'll help you. But they may not have any understanding of the impact in their world, any understanding of how it might destroy that business. GTIA is one of those bodies that has people's respect. It's very large. It has a lot of ability to move minds and hearts. It has ability to set standards. All of those things are a perfect scenario for me of something that if I give my time to, I'll get a greater result than I could ever do myself. And so in my mind, GTIA is a conduit and a catalyst and the ability to try to change something in our world. So it's a force multiplier.
Actually say I'm a mat wrangler. That's what I like my job title to really be. I have kept him from walking into walls and people a lot. And I always make sure he's where he needs to be when we're at conferences. He's an amazing person, and I was able to retire 3 years ago to travel full time with him because I was missing him. We were missing each other when I was working and had to stay home. It was rough. So I support him any way I can. I do all the packing. He's not allowed to touch that.
I don't do things at slow paces, and I don't do things that are normal. Instead of getting my wife a better garden, I built a greenhouse that is completely temperature climate controlled with microcontrollers and all kinds of things so that we can travel. Again, it's those coping mechanisms while you're on the road.
Little man. This is really bad. This guy, that's what I'm talking about. If we were to take these, babe, and pull up the broccoli and do the
We have 3 shepherds right now, but they're all rescues. And Dame is about a 50-pound German Shepherd Siberian Husky mix called a Gerbian Shepsky. She rides with me on my motorcycle, she rides with me on my bicycle, and she does things that other dogs don't do.
Turn around. You can't ride backwards.
She has dope doggles that she wears, and so on the little bit of time that I am home, and when I can take my service animal with me on the road, she's with me everywhere. She's been over 105 miles an hour, loves it, loves to lean outside of turns instead of inside of turns, which is not good on motorcycles, right? It causes complexities, especially at slow speeds. I bought a bicycle trailer, and my dog will ride in the bicycle trailer and then run. She's got short legs, so there's a problem of cadence, right? You get to 20 miles an hour, it's a real problem.
Matt Lee is the biggest pain in the ass in the industry. He's a big, hairy creature that you cannot avoid. He loves the sound of his own voice. He loves using 4-syllable words that make no sense. He wants to dazzle you with technology, and he will not stop until you concede that he is the smartest guy in the room. Now, do you want me to actually answer that? Who is Matt Lee? Oof, that's a big one. He is a unique character, not just in our space, but in life in general. I met Matt when he was an MSP. I can't say enough positive things about not just like his intelligence and the work that he does around cybersecurity, but just the kindness. He's an incredibly kind human being that really does care about everyone around him. He wants everyone to be happy all the time. And there's not many people in this industry, much less in the world, that act like Matt Lee. That's for sure. Cybersecurity has been a critical part of everything that's been happening in the managed services space. The importance of it, the education around it, the seriousness that it deserves. Matt has a way where he can uniquely describe that kind of urgency and almost fear, but without instituting the fear into it. He talks about the dangers, he talks about the risks, but he also talks about how there are solutions to it. And I love how he's continually learning about these things and continually talking about these things, continually offering hope to everyone that together we can get all of this done. And it's never wavered with him. It's been a commitment to the managed services space, to the SMB IT, to MSPs everywhere. It's his dedication to this is like second to none.
I get in an airplane 105 to 110 times a year with my wife. We fly to different places. We meet with partners. We have fun doing things. We speak. We go and do research. We get involved in movements. And it's this kind of constant cycle of the wanting to be home and be in a couch and relaxing and all the things that recharge us, but then also knowing that I'm not serving the mission and getting back out. And so I rarely will have a time that I'm home more than 2 or 3 days with Kat. We usually get home and are right back out. So those times for her are us doing laundry, getting clothes repacked, getting ready to leave. And for me are, did I turn in that slide deck that was due 3 weeks ago? And they really want it from me because in 2 days I'm going to be presenting it and they're getting real mad. I have a high degree of chaos in my brain. I have a high degree of passion. I can get animated. But Kat is one of those people that is like the calm in the storm. Nothing much ever animates her. She doesn't ever get very angry. So Kat is like basically a saint, I guess is the best way to say it. I couldn't be me without her. I couldn't do this without her. I don't know how else to describe it. It wouldn't be possible without Kat. So, and I'm blessed enough that my spouse travels with me, that Pax8 supports that I'm able to do this in a way that's the way I want to live my mission. My children are now older, they're in their 20s. Basically, other than my dog, the home life is for the most part with me.
All right, I'm gonna start recording in now. 3, 2, 1.
All right, welcome back. I think we're live. I have to say that every single time. This is Beard Banter episode 58. And also, I'm going to tell on myself, John, you kind of forced me out of the dark on this one. I have not given Beard Banter any love. And if I treated my beard like that, it would just fall off my face.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I haven't.
These days.
Oh, that is the little one.
I'm involved in a lot of different online things, right? So I have Beard Banter as my personal Matt Lee creation of just, I find interesting humans and sit down and talk about interesting topics. But I'm involved in the game at Pax8 as another podcast. I'm involved in the MSP 1337 from GTIA, and I do guest appearances on tons and tons and tons of podcasts. I like to say in life, you have 3 buckets. You have what you know, you have what you don't know, and you have what you don't know you don't know. I feel like my job is to help stretch the what you know into the don't know. I try to help that with people. And then sometimes it's just exposing them to things they just don't know they don't know. There's just no possibility for that. So storytelling helps bridge that gap, in my opinion, because with a story, you can move someone's heart, you can move someone's mind without having them have the requisite knowledge.
Every time I turn around, he's involved himself in another activity, another committee, another webinar, another something to do to try to get back and make all of us better. I've literally never seen anybody that is as giving or free with their time as Matt is. We need more people like Matt that are good and a ray of sunshine and just make everyone around him better.
When you think about it, every time Matt's talking, whether it's on a webinar with 30 or 40 people, or another 200 people out at a conference, Fundamentally, he's educating those people, and he's helping those people go back to run their businesses. And he's helping those businesses then help the small, medium businesses that the MSPs support. And he's then helping those communities in that industry. And so, I know Matt knows this, but if you really think about the ripples of impact, he's giving a talk every day to 30, 40, 200, 300, maybe 400 people. And they're all going back and impacting the communities they're part of. And so it's almost immeasurable if you think about all the things that Matt impacts, because he gives so selflessly and he takes time to educate so many people.
Yeah, Matt's impact and contribution to the groups is largely one of doing, right? Like we're an organization that the volunteer leaders are people that have risen pretty high in their stature in many cases. And I believe we get in a room together and we come up with these really great ideas, but we sometimes have problems with execution, right? So we'll come up with a great idea, but then the question becomes, well, who's gonna do it? And in many cases, Matt's the one that will do it. He will sit down, he will pick up the work, he will spend countless hours actually pushing it forward, and he makes sure the great ideas that we come up with actually get completed and actually go out the door.
When it comes to GTIA, what you find is there seems to be people that are all on a similar mission gathering together. So what ends up happening is so many of those people are now my friends. They are people that I've associated with, that I've spent time talking to, that I can now call for just about anything. And also there seems to be some density of those people in GTIA seem more willing to try to solve this problem than those that aren't. Because it's so mission-centric, that's what matters to me, is that build of the community and other people that are like-mindedly trying to solve this problem. That's how big problems get solved.
I met Matt Lee through community events. He's just such a jubilant individual that people just kind of gravitate towards Matt Lee. And I was like, I need to know this guy. I'm really a nobody in the industry at this point. I'm just starting to cut my teeth in this space, and Matt takes the time to sit down, get to know me, get to know my business, get to know my story. And I thought to myself, going up to Matt, I was getting all nervous. I'm like, oh man, is he gonna want to talk to me? I'm a nobody, and he's got people surrounding him. But that wasn't the case. And as I know Matt now, I know that was never anything in his mind during that time either.
I guess I gave him some advice on his business, around his software development lifecycle, around what he was building and the things he was doing. And then I forgot about it, because I do a lot of those. And a few years pass, and John comes to me in a meeting, and he asks if he can grab some time, and we sit down, and he says, Matt, I want to tell you how much you changed my life. My business is selling, I'm doing great, this is awesome. And I'm sitting there in the most preponderant problem of, do I tell this guy I don't remember meeting him? Or do I lean in and say, good job, thank you, and try to discern from contextual clues what I told him before? And I just decided to tell him the truth. And I said, John, I'm so sorry, man, I don't remember you. I just don't. I don't remember the conversation. I don't remember your name very well. He's like, don't worry, Matt. I'm John Harden. I have German Shepherds, and you have German Shepherds.
And Matt Lee called me John German for about 3 years until we finally got it set out straight.
My brain just couldn't get through that challenge. I'm bad with names.
I take that as a moment of pride because Matt Lee remembers our first interaction, and knowing who Matt Lee is, the fact that he remembers me and took the time to help me out so early in my career, it's an honor to me as well.
One of the best stories I have with Matt has to be the beard shave, right? So this started as a crazy idea where one of the members of our industry doesn't really like beards. And so she jokingly kind of said, how much money would it take for you to shave your beard off? And he threw a number out there, right? He's like, $100K. And she's like, okay, what if it was to charity? And Matt said, oh, you got me. Right, so over the next 4 or 5 months, we raised $226,000 for charity for 17 of us to shave our beards off. Matt shaved his brand off, right? Like his beard, if you look at his website, if you look at his logo, it's his beard, right? So we went to this conference in 2022 and all of us shaved our beards off and Matt was lost, right? But it embodies him as a human, right? Like he's always willing to give, even if it creates a lot of personal suffering for him later.
Matt winning the Member of the Year for GTIA is long overdue. If you could be a repeat winner, he probably deserves it every single year. I mean, that's how much he gives back to the community, how much he cares about this community, how long he's been involved. It's an extremely special award for him. I myself was up for it a number of years ago and did not win. So this is like your kid beating you at chess, where he's accomplishing something in his career that I haven't been able to. So I'm very proud of him, and I'm very happy for him.
Winning this award is significant for him just because it shows that he's doing the right thing and he's on the right path and he's moving the needle the way things need to go. So it's really just recognition of everything going right. He's my best friend, and I've never felt so lucky that I found him. It's just been an amazing ride and crazy.
So I tell my kids this, and I haven't really given them a lot more instruction than this. Give more than you take, and you will always have enough. And that's simple things like, hey, can I help you with anything? Is there anything I can do to make your day better or life better? Those are simple questions that don't cost you much, and even when you have to do something, they don't cost you much, except for this one time I had to carry t-shirts to Australia. But that notwithstanding, the point is, if you give more than you take, then people will always be welcoming. A Maya Angelou quote that says, they won't remember what you said, remember how you made them feel. I would say if I was saying something directly to GTIA and the membership of GTIA, I would say, continue fighting the fight, continue to challenge where we are today, continue to increase your skills, continue to drive forward and make this place a better place, ultimately.
All right. Well,
Congrats, bro.
what can I say?
Well
I'll say thank you first, GTIA. It was an awesome video. What are your thoughts, Dom?
I thought it was awesome. That's an award-winning video, just for the video product in itself. But obviously,
Oh, for sure.
you've earned that award. Congratulations.
Yeah. I think what it means, in my opinion, is at ChannelCon, the buzz was electric. Like, people were there with a new energy. And I really hope that me winning that first GTIA of the year, right, because it's now come from CompTIA to GTIA, I really hope that is like just an inspiration to others to give more, to push harder, to continue to try to give back. And I think that if you are a human that is motivated by the accolades and success that people bestow on you by telling you thank you and telling you were nominated and won an award you didn't nominate yourself for, is an amazing way, to be honored. So I'm thankful for it. I'm blessed. I'm blessed that Pax8 allows me to do this for a living. It's fantastic to be able to just serve. It's very easy to see me serving, but there's a reason I can serve in that way. And so it's just wonderful. And I really can't wait to see who's next year. I will say I can be bribed now in gluten-free Tim Tams. Those are a very specific bribe.
I love a
but
Tim
man, they're
Tam.
amazing. Oh my God.
Did you do the Tim Tam Slam?
I don't
run
know
us
what a
over
Tim
time
Tam
on
Slam
this one.
is.
Oh,
Okay, maybe not.
Oh, we're gonna go over time. I'm sorry, Tony.
Okay, do it.
So the Tim Tam is like a cracker with
Yep.
with the chocolate around it, but it's actually hollow. At least the regular ones are. So if you bite a corner off on opposite corners, it becomes a straw. So you sip coffee through it, and then it melts in your mouth.
Oh man.
You need to do this.
I need to know how
it's
the other half
ridiculous.
live. I think that I will save this for before next show. I will try a Tim Tam Slam. I have half a box of Tim Tam, gluten free, and soon to be more if you're bribing us. Which brings us to the last point, which is thank you for all the congrats in the chat on YouTube. It's very awesome, Jonathan Winterfielder. I think I'll see you soon. But let's jump to the video. We want you on the show. We want more people coming on the show, and we have a cool video for that ask. If you don't mind joining us for just a sec there.
You gotta get into the groove.
What's up? Welcome to the game. Happy Wednesday.
I don't want to see any of this on the internet, please.
This will be devastating for a man's career that speaks about this for a living.
You become a prompting god, basically.
You've heard it here first, folks.
Prompting god.
I really like when we can break down a cybersecurity attack.
I think we ended the company after there was a fist fight in the office over a skateboard.
It's an opportunity for me to increase my own brand.
I like that this is a source where you can see what's going on without having to go and figure it out yourself.
You gotta get into the groove.
All right, come get nerdy with us on the game. If you make it technical and you don't make it salesy, we could probably find a spot for you. It's going to be a good time. Join us next week. 30 sprints a week. If you're familiar with Agile, you know how long a typical sprint is. So 30 sprints a week is a key topic of next week's show. So I'll leave you with that. Join us there, and we will see you then, same time, same place. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. We'll see you.